I have been extremely busy on the land. Uh, as a matter of fact, I haven't been off the land working for the past 2 weeks because I've been so busy uh, doing projects on the land that need to get done. And what you're seeing here is a culmination of a shitload of material that I have been putting back now for a couple of years. Um, and interesting, the last year probably I've accumulated all of this stuff, but this represents all of the flooring, all of the tile, um, all of the backsplash to do my kitchen remodel, to do my bathroom remodel, and to do the floors in the room. And then I have a uh, connect where I can get paint from. But this ain't cheap stuff. This is that porcelain tile. Um, this is that waterproof laminate flooring with the padding on it. You got that Satori tile. Uh, you got this backsplash. This stuff is expensive. This is like $12 a sheet. And I was able to get it for like 90% off and 50% off. You see, you know. But this is that good stuff. This is gonna go into the bathroom. So we're gonna have this color, and then on the walls, that. You see how that goes real nice for the backsplash, and then in the bathroom, do the floor and that, or to do the bath tub floor and that. And I got a Curdy system for like 50% off that I'm going to be doing the bathroom in. And I'm going through all of this to show you that when you're on a homestead, right? When you're on a homestead and you are trying to get projects done, shit costs money. So this is why we say over and over again: store materials, store 2x4s, store 2x6s, store 2x8s, store joist hangers, store sheetrock. Store this stuff because you're going to be able to need and use this stuff. So when it comes time to do your projects, you have the materials to do it, because this stuff is going up and up and up. You see, this premium laminate flooring, this vinyl plank flooring, all of this stuff is going into the house. I've already been able to do 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. And the biggest project, which is the most expensive, is the kitchen. And I have enough tile to do a nice backsplash. I mean, it's going to look real nice in that kitchen after I finish. I'm getting a farmhouse sink. But I search far and wide and store materials um, and that premium stuff because it's so expensive to get this stuff retail. Now, I'm just going to spit some game to you. In certain situations, people will say, well, why buy this tile right here? Perfect example. This tile right here. All of this stuff has been discontinued, right? And the reason why I buy it and it's discontinued, because once you put it up on the wall, it's going to be there for 10, 15, 20 years. You're not going to be able to go in 20 years and get this stuff. You see? You're not going to be able to get any of this stuff in 20 years. Or 10 years for that matter, or 5 years, or 3 years for that matter. So this is why I encourage people to go ahead and purchase this stuff that is on discount, that they are selling. Because it's going to go on a wall anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to go on the floor anyway. But this is that good premium, scratch-proof, waterproof flooring in different various sizes. So you see? I mean, this is some good stuff. And I have more than enough to do a project, So, these kind of things you have to be cognizant of. I'll probably do the floor in this and do the walls and probably another color, but it's going to look nice after I finish getting it done. Just now recently redid the children's room, and then I'm also working on the cabin for my Shire, and we're hooking that up. But, this is why it's so important to have real skills and have positive cash flow. Because when you have real skills, positive cash flow, and as well as the time and energy to get it done, you can get a whole lot done. And this is the chief problem that I see a lot of homesteaders and that have homes. They're not able to develop it because they don't have the skill set and they don't have the material resources and they don't know how to source materials. But you got to have cash flow to do this stuff, because all of this stuff was purchased with cash. All of this stuff was purchased with building relationships with those associates at the Lowe's and at the Home Depot, where it gets to the point now, I swear, they call me up and, hey man, I got this premium Satori tile. I got this stuff, you know what I'm saying, we're trying to get rid of. Do you want it? This stuff is expensive. You see? This stuff is very, very, very expensive. So, you're able to do your projects high end and at the same time save a shitload of money. So, I always encourage people, make sure that you're putting material back, 2x4s, 2x6, flooring, tiling, paint. Put all of this stuff, because it's going to last. And what I do is I just throw a tarp over it. I don't have a building. The storage building that I have, it's filled with food and supplies and stuff. I ain't got no room in there anymore. So I got to store stuff like that out here. But it's fine. It can sit outside, tarped up, no problem. Another good example, we have, at this point in time, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wood stoves that could be going at any given time. So I store the block. You see? I store the block. See, you see, ants or whatever's all on it, but they ain't gonna be able to destroy this block. You see? I store this block because we have wood stoves, and these are the kind of things that are necessary. This is enough to do the rooms. And it's nice and it's beautiful flooring. It's nice and beautiful tiling. So, again, it's very important that not only do you develop the skill sets, but also store the material. I can't stress that enough, especially with inflation, especially with the cost of all of these things going up. It's just going to get more expensive. I remember when I purchased that cabin, right? I purchased this cabin cash. And I paid about $6,500 for it. This is before the pandemic and everything. Now I can turn around and sell it if I wanted to for about $35,000 after everything is said and done. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just showing you that I must have put probably, after it's all said and done, about 10 bands into that thing, right? But now it's worth $35,000. So I got a $25,000 increase off of that because I purchased the wood stoves before. Now I can go into this stuff about how even things on certain things like wood stoves, used, rusted, gaskets, stove pipes, everything, you still gonna spend $1,500 a stove. Now, if you gonna get by a wood stove, it's gonna cost you about $2,500. That's not even probably including installation. That's just the stove itself, not including the pipes as well as installation. This stuff is expensive now. A lot of people, these things are just becoming more and more out of reach for the average homesteader. I'm talking about a nice wood stoves. You can get crappy, them Ashley wood stoves, or you can get one of them bad boys, for $100 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want one with glass, you can get a wood stove real cheap, you know what I'm saying? But still, you still got to buy the pipe and you still got to install it. But if you don't know how to do all the work yourself, it ain't going to happen. You see that trailer right there? Loaded down on material that's going inside the cabin for the addition. I'm going to build a one bedroom, like a 10 by 12 off of that cabin. Got the material, got the metal roof for it, got the metal for the double wide over there. I mean, this is kind of stuff that, you know, you can store, put back, continue to put back, and it doesn't go bad. Provided that, you know what I'm saying, you got a little tarp or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you throw it over it, and it's a done deal. So these are the kind of things that you homesteaders are going to have to be doing in order to get the deals, in order to save money and get projects done at the same time. So let me get back after that. I got a whole bunch of sanding to do. I got some shiplap to put up to get this thing done. I'm talking about cabinets. I mean, I could just go on and on. Facebook Marketplace has to be your best friend at this point in time. But you got to have cash flow. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing all of this stuff without, number one, cash flow. And number two, if I had to work a job. There's no way that I'd be able to accomplish what I'm accomplishing. Having to clock in and out at some bullshit 9-to-5 job. But let alone having to pay taxes. That's bullshit in itself. Tyrannical government pricks. But the idea is that this is how you go about doing it if you want to get things done. This is Boaz from the Covenant. Have a blessed day. Shalom.